Who's ready to get lost today?
I love getting lost.
I want to get lost anymore.
I'm always lost, guys.
So welcome back, everyone. Storm here.
Tom here.
Kimmy here.
Hi, Tom. Hi, Kim.
Hello.
Hi. So we were watching Lost, Season 5, Episode 4. We were just discussing during setup about what happened last time. And I know we had a lot of theories last time about the island jumping time and just the people jumping time. We heard that it's off kilter or something, so they have to fix it. And now Desmond is trying to find Dan.
Yeah, Dan's mom.
Dan's mom, yeah, sorry.
Dan's mom.
Dan's mom.
So Faraday.
And now he has to go to LA for her.
Desmond's finding Dan's mom?
Yeah, Dan's mom.
Dan's mom.
Desmond finds Dan's mom. What?
Where's
Where's this going?
And she's
Early
in
in the morning for
LA,
us.
and Penny's going to go. Penny and Charlie are going to go with him.
Yes, Charlie. How wonderful.
know.
Tom's like,
Aw.
what? Yeah. I think that's so awesome that he named his child
Beautiful.
Charlie.
Yes.
And that Penny
Very
loved that
cool.
too, and she was good with that. And yeah, it's just wonderful. And we're making fun of ourselves because we rely on you guys a lot for information, so thank you, but no spoilers, of course. And you can tell that we don't look up anything. We've only seen each episode up to this point once, and we've been watching this for a long time. So anyways, with Charles Whitmore, we keep saying it with a T, but in last week's description, it says Charles Widmore. And I'm like, oh, it's a D.
Boy, do we butcher names or what?
It's
I
all right,
know,
though.
right?
It just shows that we don't
No matter
look up
what show.
anything.
And you know what? I want to bring up, speaking of the word Charlie, I don't think they named him after her father, Charles. Thinking of Charles Widmore.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And they were saying Charlie, so I'm sure there's,
Hopefully she
they're
knows the meaning
differentiated.
behind it, because
Yeah,
they
maybe
weren't on
the
good
formal
terms.
name is Charles, but maybe not.
That
How
is true,
ironic
because
is
then
that,
she kind
right?
of keeps it in the family. Yeah.
Hopefully she's not thinking it's her father, and he's like, well, we'll just call him Charlie. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I think
she
hoping,
feels the same way as Desmond does.
I'm sure.
Yeah. And I'm hoping that, Desmond told her the story of Charlie.
Yeah, because
that's why
when
it's so
her
important.
father, if her father even finds out that he has a grandson and he's named Charlie, he might say, oh, she does love me. She named her son after me.
And just ranting about the whole name thing too. I know we make fun of ourselves, but we really do try to get the names correct without looking up anything, just by what our fans say. And a lot of fans actually complimented us, saying that at least we do try, where other people just completely say what they want and then that's it. Yeah. So we do try. We do learn over time, and sometimes we're a little ahead with our reactions too, so we don't hear from the fans.
And that's coming from Strom and Kimby.
We have fun, guys. So shall we get into this episode?
Can be, yes.
Kimby. Let's do it.
Let's do it. So we're watching on Amazon 504.
Uh-oh.
Jeez. It's probably like one more in her, and that's about it.
Mm-hmm.
She's on the boat.
Sleep. It's gonna take more than 2 nights for me to get used to sleeping in a normal bed.
She thinking.
I can't lose him too.
Sawyer's not dead.
No.
We're gonna be safe if we're gonna protect the people that we left behind.
If I get to keep the baby.
Please, pretty please. Oh, look at that little kitchen.
Aaron, honey.
Is that mac and
Mom's
cheese?
gonna run out and do an errand. We'll be right back. Okay. And then we can go home. Okay. Well, I will be back soon. Okay, you be good for Son. Hey, honey?
Kate, stay here.
It's not a cake.
I automatically think it's a bomb. I know what's in the chocolate can so scary. Ooh, God. Wow.
Charlotte?
Calm down, honey.
I know.
Yes, dear.
really bad jet lag.
Because, I don't know,
Yeah, she
Jan
doesn't
has
have one.
Desmond, and they all have each other there.
Thank you for waiting.
I asked you who your client was.
And I said I couldn't tell you.
Yeah. I'm here to offer you a deal.
But I am pretty sure what the answer's going to be. No.
What do you mean, exchange of custody?
You know exactly what I mean.
No.
You are going to lose the boy.
You're gonna have to catch me first.
Yeah.
Maybe it's where it'll all stop.
The greenhouse is a long ways away. And how are you gonna do that?
This is all happening because they left. I think it'll stop if I can bring them back.
Literally.
Don't you want them to come back, James? Don't you want her to come back?
You okay?
Too scared.
Who are you?
Oh, she doesn't know?
It's like she went back and another time.
What happened?
It was not a flash. He passed out.
Although I do think he's right.
You should slow down though, because she just got up.
I know.
She just got up. She's right.
Shepard. I'm Dr. Ariza, Director of Clinical Services.
What are you doing
A word
here?
with you, please.
I'm not done yelling at you.
Hello?
Jack? It's me.
Hurley.
Hey.
He's like so happy.
Thinks he did the right thing.
Yeah.
Good, you're here. How's Saeed?
133, right?
I don't
Right
know
here.
what room I'm in.
Stand.
I was unconscious when I got in here. Don't
have to give you an injection.
you know who you're messing with? Oh, he's gonna grab the dart that's on the bed.
If he,
Damn
the
it.
other guy will land on it.
Pocket. Don't put your hand in his pocket. You get it out of here. Oh, bye-bye.
Ooh,
That's Kate's address.
Kate.
Oh, that's the attorney.
Uh-oh.
So maybe it's Widmore. That's
Yeah, I'm fine.
Where are you right now? Are you at home?
What?
Listen, I'll explain everything once you're out, but you've got to get Aaron. Kate, please.
I'm downtown. Wilshire and Olive.
Okay. All right, I'm on my way.
After you get Kate,
Surprised he didn't keep the
meet us
dart
at
gun
Long
with
Beach Marine Zip 23. And Jack, hurry. We're running out of time.
aliens.
It's a beacon.
Now you want to take the scenic route.
Huh, so he has like a feeling.
You know when we are?
Uh-oh,
Oh,
he's
him
bleeding
too.
too.
You okay?
Is that Claire?
I said
Yeah, it does sound like Claire.
We know her cry, her scream.
Not alone. We are all here for these people.
Aw.
All of us. But I need you to push. Okay?
I'm glad the angle's that way.
Yeah.
Aww.
Be affected even more.
We're only focused on him, so where's everybody else?
I didn't see nothing.
Don't worry.
Stare at each other awkwardly for a little bit.
Look, Jack,
That guy. Get in the car with her.
look, I gotta go. All right, get in or don't.
Hello! Right here!
Yeah, but you don't know it might be more
I know, be
aggressive
careful.
in the beginning.
Hopefully the boat will stay with him.
I know, right? Just gonna dump into the water.
Oh, joy.
We're getting chased though.
You all right?
Holy crap, where's that coming from behind?
You're getting chased.
Holy paddle.
Oh my
Holy
god.
crap, they put a hole in that boat. Oh!
And Sawyer's gonna. He's at the back end. Oh, they kept the boat.
At least they have the boat. That's good.
How poor Julie. Yeah, she's like...
We'll put our heads together and we'll figure something out.
Go to the island.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was Ben doing that to get her back to the island, but
Yeah. I did
no.
too.
I can fix this, Kate. I can fix it.
He always tries to fix it, but
Fix
he
it.
can't fix everything. And maybe he can do something and have the rights, you know? Maybe.
Yeah, come in.
Of course.
A little wet out here.
Fringe.
So it must have been a completely
I'm
different.
afraid I'm not following you.
Maybe he did this errand before the other errand.
What are you
Errand?
doing here in Los Angeles?
It's not her.
So it might be Ben trying to get her motivated
Mm-hmm.
back to the original idea.
It's like the 18 van.
He did hire him. There's the lawyer.
Yeah.
Mr. Lynch?
Mr. Norton?
A friend.
That's my lawyer.
I got lawyers in every country. Yeah, but
We're on the
enemies are
beach.
around you.
Ooh, lady. Aw, she's so understanding. She's like a therapist. Is she bleeding?
What's wrong?
Oh, she is.
Oh shit.
Uh-oh.
Oi!
Anybody speak French?
Oh, Russo? Maybe it's the Russo one. Right. Uh-oh, he's faking it.
God, can you imagine his dead body's time jumping? That's a terrible joke, because I hope he's alive.
I'm really worried. Why?
Communicate. Why?
Well, if I tell you that Ben's involved, I don't think you'd listen. It just happens to be
Safe
there.
from who?
This
Of
guy.
that guy.
Okay. He's with me. No,
Yes.
you don't
No,
understand.
Jack, she's right.
Okay, yeah.
It wasn't.
Because Said's right there, I can tell.
Because I need you all back. Yeah, what's
Okay,
going
good.
on?
Oh, she's gonna kill him. She's got the gun
Yeah.
and the chocolates.
And shoot the baby in the backseat. Yeah. Okay, so that's the boat that they found. So,
Long story.
Qui est-ce? On s'en fout qui c'est. Qu'est-ce
Hey, chapstick.
Dis qu'il est venu en bateau.
oh, I'm so happy he's alive.
She's pregnant. Oh no.
Tiens.
Merci, Robert. What is your name?
Yeah, that would make
Yeah, so it is Russo's boat. She's just much younger.
Yeah, I know. I got that.
And
It's just
Alex is in her belly.
Oh my god.
That was fun.
You know, I'm so excited that Jin is alive, and it threw me off in that moment because apparently he's time jumping too, which would make sense.
But is he time jumping differently than everybody
Yeah.
else?
No, I think
No, because well, we don't know because
Because they
where
just saw
our
Kate.
guys took the boat, that boat, and then they were shot at. We don't know who was shooting at them. And now that it just
But-
time jumped again.
Yeah, and then again, they did just
And
say
then it
this
was dark.
wreckage looks fresh.
Yeah.
it looks fresh, but just to throw my theory in there, I think they are time jumping at the same time, but it's a little confusing because the show itself is jumping backwards to when they found Jin, because they found that fresh wreckage
Yeah.
that was Danielle's boat or something, right?
Mhm.
And then that happened after they found Jin. So I think they are time jumping the same, but for some reason the storytelling, they showed Jin getting saved at the end to be a bigger surprise, which is
Okay.
awesome.
And
I
the
think they're
island is
probably on
pretty
that.
big, so they're
Yeah.
probably just in different spots. Well,
So
they
why
are,
was the
so-
boat in a wreckage afterwards? Because they just abandoned it and just went off into the woods, you know?
Mhm.
But how crazy is that to see Danielle there? And how sweet. I mean, she, like, look at how the island changed her after, what, 15
Well, now,
years?
didn't Russo say at the beginning that she wound up killing everybody in her
right,
party?
because they had a virus. So her boat, yes, was destroyed, and they wound up on that Zodiac as well, of sorts, and then they were coming on, and they just happened to come across him. I thought it was like someone like just pretending to be dead, or
what if
like another
they're
going
gonna
to
come
say,
together.
it's your turn, Tim, to be out in the ocean just as a trap.
Just a random thought, but what if Russo is caught in the same time loop like they are? Her boat exploded, Jin's boat exploded. You know, what if they're like reliving this cycle?
Well, I think it's just ironic. I think he just happened to be in that radius, to be in the time loop with our guys, and they just happened to come across what they just experienced too. So it just happened to be a perfect storm where he can just say, yeah, I just experienced, I don't have a boat anymore. I mean, I'm a survivor. So it just happened to be in the same storm.
How crazy.
It's just ironic, I think. But when our guys in the nighttime got up to shore and they turned over one of those boxes, it was French, right? So that would make sense. So they are in the same timeline.
And they're very lucky that they were able to take that canoe and it time traveled with them, because I don't think stuff usually time
Just
travels.
drop into the water.
But they do keep their clothes. They keep the clothes are
Yeah.
already on them. But like the new weapons and stuff that they've been getting throughout, right? Or were they the original weapons that they have from the start?
Yeah.
So
I think they were the
was
original
surprised.
weapons.
Yeah. So how does it work? But whatever they're using at the time will time travel with them. So if they can time travel a boat with them, if Sawyer grabbed past Kate, would she time travel as younger Kate with him? I was kidding.
Well, I'm hoping that maybe when they start seeing like Charlie and other people that they've lost, that maybe they can somehow bring them back with them.
Yeah, I think you mentioned that before, and I hope they could bring Charlie back.
On the flip side, though, if you remove an anchor like that, would that screw things up?
Exactly. Who knows? I mean, there's so many theories.
You can't
with
move
time.
it. Yeah.
Because removing somebody from the past is the anchor, and there is no spot for them in the future because they don't exist in the future.
Yeah, unless it's only in that
really
time
can't
change and everything else just stays
And what
the
happens
same.
if they run into themselves?
Yeah, that was another thing I was wondering, if Sawyer saw himself, or did that completely change something.
Well,
or you could
like
get
John asked him, did you see yourself?
I would think seeing yourself wouldn't be a big deal, but interacting with yourself would probably screw something up. I would think.
And it gets so complicated, but even with that bomb that was hanging before, and who said it? Dan said, like, you gotta bury it, just bury it, and the island's still here, kind of thing. So he made that happen in the past. So some things that they're doing now, or if everything they're doing now is actually set in stone that already happened in the past, but yet here in these certain time jumps, like, we have Richard telling Locke that he has to die, or he has to go meet him on the camp or at the camp to tell him to give the compass.
Make sure you show me this compass.
Yeah, so it's like all these things was already set in stone from the start, and they just constantly have to do this loop or something. I don't know. But it's complicated.
It is complicated. And another complication is Dan knows, or he surmises, that Charlotte has been on the island before. We knew that. There was a hint of that before.
And she wanted to stay on the island too.
Yeah,
before,
and then Miles has been there before.
And he seemed a little confused too. Like,
he was like, what do you mean? So, and now Juliet, her nose is bleeding. She's having an effect. So maybe she was on.
Well, she was on the island a lot longer than everybody else was anyway.
She was 3 years before them coming to the island. But so not as long as Charlotte Miles. I think they're old. I think they're not Richard old, but I think they're older.
That's actually a good theory too, because here we know Richard is he doesn't age, so that's interesting. And so maybe there's something weird going on there too. I mean, heck, we have this whole sci-fi thing going on.
Why not?
Who knows? Who knows? But I am so happy that Jin is alive. Like, I did not expect to see that at all. I'm so happy. My reaction, though, I was just so confused because I was like, wait, he's alive, and who are these French people? And then we were piecing it together because before we were saying, okay, was that Danielle's, raft or whatever?
Yes.
And then I'm like, wait, but we just saw it crash, so why is he getting saved now? And
But see, I'm wondering if Ben knows something that he's not telling everybody.
Of course.
Like,
Says
well,
something.
yeah. But I mean, like, I wonder if he knows that, he'll have a chance to save Alex.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I know Ben.
He's all about Ben.
I think he's a very interesting character, too, because I don't trust him. He does manipulate, but I do think he's trying to help everyone to a certain extent, but only if it really benefits him, too, because he wants to go back to the island.
Yes.
I have this feeling like Ben's done this before, like he's time traveled before, so he knows what he has to do, kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, he knew
the resources
cost,
he has.
but who knows if he's
incredible.
Yeah.
But he knows like where everybody is going to be. Like he's there. If something happens, he's right there.
Yeah.
How does he know exactly what's going to happen unless he's lived it before?
He's got a crystal ball.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? He has a lot of resources, and even on the island, he researched a lot of people, although that was more of his domain, So maybe he just has
the
that personnel to
manipulator.
help him, But maybe there's more of a spiritual thing where he just knows, like he has some kind of magic power to know where everyone is all the time.
I'm just throwing random thoughts out there, but what if Richard is time jumping different from, let's say, Ben? Ben's time jumping differently than Richard and our group. Well, now he's with our group time jumping the same, but
and
that's kind of why the island's off kilter, though.
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't think Richard's time jumping. I think
Well,
Richard is always
I was thinking
there.
that.
He's part of the island.
Well, I was thinking he was time jumping because of he kind of stays the same age.
Yeah.
In that theory, maybe, because it's not explained why he never ages. So that could be something. I don't think in this scenario that's what's going on. I think, like, he's just in the time and they're jumping.
Because if he did the time jump, if he activated the time, whatever we want to call it, the time machine by himself, he might be the only one jumping. Since Ben activated it the last time with the whole group, then that's why the whole group is kind of jumping.
Well, the problem is that they need a flux capacitor. So where's Doc Brown? That's the whole issue, right?
They need 1.21 gigawatts. What the hell is a gigawatt?
What the heck? I do love it. Like, the mystery behind all of this is so much fun. And going to Ben again, I know he's manipulating Aaron and Kate Kate for Aaron because he's trying to make them both go back to the island, and that's the best way to do it because she doesn't want to leave. So now
she's not going to do it because she knew it was him. She caught on right away.
Yeah, and she got lied to and
she got lied to.
I think she's going to be very angry and she's hating Ben, absolutely, but I think she's going to have no choice but to follow him with Aaron because he's going to stay true to that threat and be like, well, you have no choice. You're going to be on the run now because I am going to press this until you give me a blood sample, and then Aaron will be taken away from you. So she'll have no choice but to follow him.
He's just going to,
I don't think she'll take Aaron on the run because on her own, that was her choice, but not with a child because that's not good or healthy for him. So I think she'll have no choice but to go with him, and
she might not have to worry about Ben if Son gets out with that.
God,
with that gun.
But I think that maybe Ben already knows that Son's going to do that. That's why he hasn't pursued her yet, because he knew that Son was following him anyway.
Yeah, he just made the perfect
plan.
Hardest
one to get, and they have to wait till the morning because now Hurley, he has his hearing in the morning,
and he's going to get out because he's going to be cleared of it.
Yeah, and then they only have a few hours before that seance and the premonition lady.
But you never saw him make any reference to Son at all. At all. So I think that he knows that what Son's planning to do, and that she's just going to follow me anyway. So I don't have to think about it.
Everyone's going to.
Can you imagine
not to.
If there's more of a twist there, and Son was in on it, and she's going to be like Ben's bodyguard or something? I don't think that's it at all. But no, I wouldn't go that far. Yeah, because she really doesn't like Ben at all. But
she I bet you he's going to twist it and say, Jin's alive. You come with me, we can save Jin.
Yeah, he probably would say something like that.
If he knows something that our
I
group doesn't
have
know, which he always does.
I have this feeling he knows something.
Yeah.
That might come to fruition because we just saw him alive.
Mm-hmm.
He was in the radius. He's in a different time zone.
Yeah.
And guess what? A bonus. I can take Alex.
Yeah.
From
So
I
think
many possibilities.
I think he's been through this before, and I think I think Richard's been through it before too, differently. So I think Richard's been telling everybody what to do, how to do it, and I think Ben's going through to try to get Alex back, and it'll wind up to get Sun back to the island. She's going to get Jin back.
Mm-hmm. I really want them to
proof.
reunite.
I want proof. She's going to say.
And
so
if they
come back to the island,
and if they meet up again, is she completely changed? I mean, she changed so much since.
Yeah, because
back.
they're everybody else on the island is in like the present, but everybody else who's off the island is now 3 years later.
Right.
So how does that work?
Unless it's just for the storytelling for us,
And then everything goes back to normal once they get back on the island.
Well, what's normal? 3 years later?
Yeah, so I'm
I don't
kind
know,
of
but the
wondering.
time
Maybe
will
it
be-
is 3 years.
Well,
after
what I mean is is Aaron going to be a 3-year-old, or is he going to go back to being a child again?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, that's what I'm kind of curious. Yeah, it's actually a good
They'll
question.
probably jump it to the present. I'm thinking it's going to be a jump start.
Or maybe there is like a time difference because, as we know, going farther away from the island, the time thing with Desmond got really bad. So maybe closer you get, the shorter the time differences. I don't know.
Well, that's
Could
what
be a
I'm
difference
kind of.
there. Yeah.
I'm kind of thinking too with like, if Locke does, he does die, to go back to the island, you can kind of grab him before he dies again.
Yeah, I can see that.
I don't know. I think there's some way of manipulating.
Maybe he kills himself. I don't know.
Maybe it's something.
Chemical
Maybe it's
monster.
like the with the bloody nose everybody's getting. Maybe with him leaving the island to go get these people, maybe it screws something up. Because he's not in the same time frame as like Jack and Kate are right now.
At least from
they're
what we're
3 years.
seeing, because that's what we're watching. But it might be.
Yeah.
Because it already happened over there.
Well, I don't think they've been time jumping for 3 years.
No, I'm not
think
saying
it'll
that.
be-
But I think I was saying that either this is all the same, even though there's different times, like this is all happening in the present for everyone. And what we're seeing on the mainland is 3 years in the future. And that's actually the time now. And then all the time jumps are happening in the past now as well.
Yeah.
Or for the show, we're just seeing what's happening 3 years from now, and it's actually 3 years later after the time jumps on the island. So
Which is weird
Right.
because
But it's probably
My brain
because they
hurts.
have
yeah,
because they're still it's a continuum. It's just continuously doing this.
So what time is correct then? Is it the time that? Is it the present that Locke and them are
Right,
at?
because it's not corrected until they get back there.
let me try to
So-
explain my theory.
Future.
The mainland, I think, is the actual present. And it keeps saying 3 years later because it's 3 years later after the island, what we're seeing on the island currently. Forget
Yeah,
the
but-
time jumps, but the problems that are happening there with the time jumps. But
So you're saying their present? So the island's present would be 3 years before where Jack and Kate are.
yeah, so everyone's at their present time.
So
But they might
if you
be 3
ignore
years
all
in
the
the
time
future.
jumps, if you ignore all the time jumps, so
The mainland might be 3 years later. That's one theory
yeah,
in the future, in the same present.
I'm gonna have
And
an
it's
aneurysm
gonna-
just thinking like this.
I know, I'm gonna get a nosebleed.
I mean, we love Stranger Things. So I keep thinking of 11, and although that's not good for her either, I'm just kind of like,
No,
this is
but
worse for these
they're going to
guys.
continuously
waffle.
do this
Thanks.
until they
Yeah.
get back.
That goes. Yeah.
Yeah, until they get back, it's going to continuously happen, and they're going to continuously be in danger, because no matter what time jump they go to, they were always
You
in
know
danger.
what, too? Which is so crazy because
that
they have
3
to be
months.
back on the island, so the time jumps won't stop until all the people are back anyways.
Right.
So I really think now that there is just a difference in time. 3 years in the future is our present. We'll just say that. And then people on the island right now with the time jumps is still our present, but there's actually a 3-year difference between the two lands. We'll just say that.
It's their own
everything's
present.
its
It's
present.
separate.
Like it's all the present, but there
It's
is
a
a time
separate.
jump in the ocean where it delays
It's
time.
like,
And on that note, we're ending this conversation
We are
until next time. But
stopping.
we love you
And we're gonna
guys.
continue.
I don't want to do this next time. It hurts too much.
So thank you so much for watching. We can't wait to watch the next episode.
If you're
Please
confused like we
subscribe.
are, raise your hand.
No, I love it though. I love theorizing
Yes.
everything. And we'll see you very soon as always. Bye guys.
Bye.
Somebody get a watch. I gotta keep track.
Or
Well, if Saturday we're here, and next week we're 3 years from now.